died in 1943 at the age of 88 years, and I was glad to lay my bones down here with where 3 of my children had already died, John and Gordon, and my beautiful daughter, Minnie Lee. Lee is going to tell you her story.
Hi, how are y'all? My name is Minnie Lee Wilson. I was born September 2nd, 1874 in Cotton Hill, Georgia. I don't know if y'all know about Cotton Hill, but my mom's told you about it. I don't know that I've ever been back there. You know, when I was 14 years old, my daddy died. And, you know, it was after the war. I don't know if y'all know about the war or not, but it was bad. And we talked about the war a lot. And we just didn't know about the war. And my daddy, he didn't tell us much about it because he said we children and Mama didn't need to know all that kind of stuff. So anyway, Mama taught us a lot of stuff. And you know, one of the things that she taught us was how to quilt. And we really needed quilts because we didn't have a lot of heat in our house, did we, Mama?
No.
And we had to have a bunch of quilts and a feather mattress and a bed with ropes. I don't know if y'all ever seen a bed with ropes or not. But we would, you know what we would do? We always slept 2 or 3 in a bed, and we would get in the bed at night, and I'd say, oh, looky there, that's my sister's dress, and there's my brother's shirt, right here, this green. And we had lots of kids. I was the oldest one, so I had a lot of work to do. My mama made me work, but you know, everybody had to work back then. We didn't have much choice. So, anyway, like Mama said, when it got really bad when Daddy died, because we just didn't know what to do. And we knew we had all these folks out here in Arkansas that was probably making lots of money because the land was good and there was lots of stuff to do in Arkansas. And you know, after the war in Georgia, the land wasn't very good. It just wasn't very good, and we couldn't make a lot of money back then. So we did. I bet y'all don't know how we got out here, do you? Do you know how we got out here? We rode the train. We sure did. There was a train back then when I was 14. We rode the train, and we were so excited. Mama had a hard time keeping up with us, but my uncle was with us, and he made us mind. And you know what happened when we got to the Mississippi River? The train stopped. It didn't come no farther, so we had to catch a wagon over there by the Mississippi River, and we had an oxen and a wagon, and Mama piled up all our stuff and brought it right up here. We didn't live on Rough and Ready. We lived a little south of town, back down a road a little ways. But we knew where Rough and Ready was. We'd heard about it, because it was a lot going on up here back when we was coming to town. But anyway, we ended up coming on the train to the Mississippi River. And then we got a boat. And really, it was barge that we went across the river on. And then we had an oxen to bring us over here to Rough and Ready and to Monticello. So we was real excited because, you know, we had never seen our grandma and grandpa, and we was going to see them. So we just got ourselves together and we just came. And after we got over here, we just had all kinds of stuff we had to do to get our house ready. And Mama didn't show you the picture of our house. If she'll pick it up for you, I want y'all to see where we live. Because we had a nice house. Right there. That's where our house is, and that's our family in that picture. And so, you know, when we got over here, Mama took in sewing. But one of the things, girls, that we really did and we had the best time doing, we had play parties. And the boys would come, and they'd come visit us. And, oh, my mama told me I was pretty, but you know what she said? Pretty is as pretty does. And you remember that when you get big, because that's right. Pretty is as pretty does. But anyway, this one man came, and he was kind of rich. His family owned a grist mill over there at Union Ridge. I don't know whether y'all know where Union Ridge is or not, but he had a grist mill over there. And his name was Walter Wilson. And he come to visit, and we got to go into play parties. That's what we called them, was play parties, because we'd move all the furniture out of the house and dance and just have the fiddle, and we'd have the best time. So after one of the play parties, he went up to my mama and my uncle, and you know what? He wanted to know if he could call on me. Oh, I just didn't know what to say, because I never did know a boy to want to call on me. So Mama said, yeah, you can call on her if you want to, and he called on me a lot. He really did. And you know, after that, he asked me one night, we didn't get to court much. We had a swing on the porch, and Mama would watch us. But anyway, he asked me if I would marry him. He'd already asked my mama, and Mama said she didn't care. She said that'd be all right. You know, we were 7 kids, and I guess she was glad to get rid of one of us. I don't know. But anyway, Walter was the sheriff of Drew County. Now, you know, that was something back then to be the sheriff of Drew County. So I was so proud, and Mama made me the prettiest clothes, because remember, she was the best seamstress around and had her sewing machine that she brought from Georgia with her. So anyway, Walter and I married. And we were married, and we lived uptown, y'all. We lived, you know where that square is up on Monticello up that way? We lived about a block off the square, and Walter built me the nicest house that ever was. And I was so proud. I had a nice house. I had he was kind of rich husband, and he was the sheriff of Drew County. So I was really, really happy. And then Walter and I had a little boy. We named him Winford. Oh, Winford was the first grandchild, and my mother said he was her first love. And we just loved Winford, and we just had the best life. And then one day, I woke up one morning, and I had the terriblest pain right here. Have y'all ever had a pain right here? It hurts really bad. So Mama said, told Walter, said, you better call the doctor and see what's wrong with her. I just moped around all day, and that wasn't like me. So anyway, Walter called the doctor, and he came, and he just didn't know what was wrong with me. And you know what he gave me? Y'all know what he gave me? Castor oil. Have you ever taken it? It doesn't taste good, but they said it'd help me. And you know, I didn't get any better. By late over in the afternoon, I just felt really, really bad. So I told Walter, I said, call Mama, because she can help me. I know Mama can help me, because Mama knows all about making everybody well. So Mama came that night late, and she stayed all night with us, and she stayed all day, and she helped keep the baby. And by the next afternoon, I was just so bad, I couldn't get up out of the bed. And the next day, you know what I did? I just passed away. But before I passed away, I asked my mama to do 2 things for me. The first thing was the most important thing, and that was to keep my baby. He was only 2 years old, and I didn't have anybody, because, you know, Walter was real busy being the sheriff. And so I asked Mama, I said, Mama, would you please take care of the baby for me and raise him to be a good man? So she said, I'll do that for you, but you're not going to die. You're going to be all right. And the other thing I asked my mama was, I said, would you bury me at Rough and Ready Cemetery? And she said, why, child, why would you want to be buried at Rough and Ready Cemetery when all of our folks is buried over there in Union Ridge, and all of your husband's folks are buried over there in Union Ridge? And I said, well, when y'all come to town, y'all come right up that way, right by Rough and Ready. And I know whenever you come to town, about once a week, you'll stop by there and see me. And besides that, in the springtime, the flowers out here on Rough and Ready are just beautiful. And it's real nice and peaceful. So my mama said, don't fuss about that, girl. You're going to be all right. But I didn't. I died. There wasn't anything they could do for me. And you know, come June 17th, I'll be here 100 years. 100 years. One more thing I want to remind you about. It took all kinds of people, young people, old people, to make this land like it is. People that left their tracks for each one of you to follow, and to make this place a special place that it is today. Now, thank you, sir. It's been a long time since anybody brought a flower to my grave.